All right, so I was on Google, and Google sent me a story about AEW's 4 EVPs. And I thought it was very, very telling, very, very interesting. Because it just proved that I was right. This article is fucking validation on what I've been saying about AEW. They are no different from the fucking WWE. They run similar ships. There's no difference. They have the same flaws. They have the same problems. They share the same positive and they share the same negatives. Okay? Reason I say this is validation is because all this time, these AEW version fanboys, that's all y'all brag about is AEW gives their wrestlers creative control. And you shit on Vince McMahon not giving wrestlers their own creative control. All y'all thought AEW was all about freedom, this and that. Okay, then how come Toycon took away full creative control from the 4 founders of AEW? It's 4 EVPs who helped start the damn company. Because they don't know shit about how to book a show. You see, it's not always a good thing to give wrestlers creative control. You see, the first year AEW was around, I just got vibes that it was the honeymoon in terms of Toycon he was somewhat starstruck with all his favorite 4 indie guys. And yes, I call Cuddy Rose a fucking indie guy now. And here's why. He ain't do shit on the big stage, right? The WWE. He makes a big name for himself on the indies. He rebranded himself from the indies. He is what he is today from the indies, not from the WWE. So, I mean, there's no difference between him and Omega and the Bucks. He made his name from the fucking indies. So that's why I call him another indie wrestler. How about that? So it just felt like Khan was just starstruck over these guys the first year AEW existed. But I knew that shit wasn't gonna last. I knew that shit wasn't gonna last, because here's why. Tony Khan's plan was always to bring in bigger names. Better wrestlers, bigger names. And eventually, he was gonna say, you know what? Why the hell am I giving these guys creative power on booking, and I'm over here signing guys who are way better? I'm signing guys with bigger names. So why should I sign a guy like a Jon Moxley, who's a former WWE champion? Why should I sign him and have a guy like Cody Rose and the Bucks and Omega have creative control over him? Like why? I'm signing guys that are better than these four fucking indie guys with bigger names. Why the hell should I give them creative control over my big signings? That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That would make no sense. See, it's very telling that this story is facts. Because, I mean, when was the last time a Japanese female wrestler got pushed on AEWtv? since what's her name, Sheeta. It means Kenny Omega no longer has power over that women's division. You know why? Because all 4 indie EVP guys were booking those shows like dog shit. And Tony Khan woke up and finally realized that shit. That these guys don't know shit about fucking wrestling. Him be the mark for these 4 guys, that shit was over the first year. Once he started bringing in bigger names with bigger egos, with a bigger following, he said, nah, man, I gotta take away control from these guys. Because why? I'm signing guys that are way better I'm signing guys that are way bigger and better than these 4 guys from the indies. So these guys are just EVPs in name only. Just so they won't bruise their egos more by actually publicly saying these 4 indie guys are no longer in charge of anything. So the reason I said that AEW is very similar to the WWE, niggas is always complaining about Vince gives or no creative control, right? Vince gives nobody creative control. But hold on. What's his name? Fucking the Fiend had control over his character. The Fiend did. So y'all begging Bray Wyatt to sign with AEW, right? Even though I'm hearing rumors that he ain't signing there. So what I'm hearing, he ain't going there. But let's say he were to sign there. Nigga, Tony Khan is somewhat of a Vince McMahon. He's somewhat of a Vince McMahon. Let me say it. Let me say it politely. He is a Vince McMahon fanboy. He wants to be like him. So if Bray Wyatt goes to AEW, it's not going to be any different for his character. So we need to end this notion that when you go to AEW, you have full creative control over your character. That ain't true. Everything goes through Tony Khan, just like Vince McMahon, bitch. Just like Vince McMahon. Everything goes through Tony Khan. Ask Max Caster. You see what I'm saying? That nigga don't got control over his raps. Everything goes through Tony Khan, right? See what I'm saying? This has been swept under the rug. It's been quiet. They don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell the public that those 4 indie guys are no longer in charge. They are just another guy on the roster now because Tony Khan used them. That's all he did. Tony Khan used them, and now their services are no longer needed. And that's why Kenny Omega is trying to kiss ass. Yeah, huh? You saw that dumbass quote he said about, the WWE is desperate. Man, look, he's trying to kiss ass because he ain't in charge no more. He has no more control over his character. He has no more power on the goddamn booking. So he's trying to get in good with Khan. He's trying to stay on his good side by capping for AEW. That's all he's doing. The Bucks, Rose, they are just talent on the roster. They have no power at all. And that's why Cody Rose has been booked like shit all year long. Because he's just another guy on the roster now. Why do you think he's putting over Black now? Why do you think he's putting over Malachi Black now? He has no control anymore over his character. So we need to stop calling him Jeff Jarrett. We need to stop calling him Triple H. He's just another guy on the roster and he has no power over his character. Tony Khan took it all away. So That's a positive thing that I would say about Tony Khan. He did the right thing. Don't give 4 egomaniac indie guys control over the characters. Don't give 4 indie guys control over the goddamn booking. Because at the end of the day, you can't have 4 marks as bookers. That's just plain stupid. And that's why you no longer see Japanese girls on AEWtv as much as you used to now, huh? You see what I'm saying? Sheeta, man, she's like getting lower and lower on the card, huh? See what I'm saying? That's all Khan. That ain't Omega. That's all Toycon now. Do you honestly believe that Omega would have booked what's the name? Riott to win that damn battle royal? Of course not. That was all Tony Khan. Nigga, if that was up to Omega, a unknown Japanese girl would have won that battle royal if he was still booking the women's division. See what I'm saying? So, it looks like Tony Khan is trying to finally wake up. You can't give 4 mark wrestlers control over your company. That's stupid. You can't give mark wrestlers on your roster control over anything. That's stupid. So, let's cut out this notion that AEW is the land of fucking opportunities. It ain't. It's very WWE like. Everything goes through Vince McMahon. Everything goes through Khan now. So cut the bullshit out. Talk about some Bray Wyatt. Just imagine how the Fiend will be booked in AEW. Nigga, he would be booked like shit. Actually, worser. Ask Matt Hardy. Tony Khan didn't know what to do with his damn gimmick. A film being broken. He ain't know what to do with that. Even Khan admitted that he didn't understand Matt Hardy's gimmick. Oh, but y'all saying Vince McMahon didn't like the gimmick either, huh? Yeah, so did Khan. Khan didn't like it. That's what I mean. Both companies are very alike. So this war that y'all talking about, there is no war. Khan is trying to follow in the footsteps of Vince McMahon. Okay? See, he's finally waking up. The fact that Miro lost, that was a good thing. It was a good thing that Miro lost that title. Because that's what he should be doing. If you are signing X guys from the WWE, those guys should be putting over your homegrown talent. And that's what he did. Look, I'm not saying I'm a fan of what's his name, Sammy G. I ain't saying I'm a fan of Sammy G, but look, he is a day one talent. And Miro dropped the title to a day one talent. That's what he was supposed to do. Build up your homegrown talent. And that's what Khan is trying to do now, finally. That was a good decision. Giving the title to fucking Sammy and having an ex-guy from the WWE help build up your day one talent. That was a good thing. That's what you should be doing. That's called smart business. Sign big names, but have them put over your homegrown talent. That's like common sense. Build up your stars. Build up your day ones. That's what they're fucking there for. You can't put all your eggs in the basket of ex-WWE guys. That's just plain stupid. But the point I'm trying to make is you can just tell that Tony Khan, you can just tell Omega, Rose, Bucks, They have no more creative control anymore. They are just talent on a goddamn roster now. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You can't have marks having control over your show knowing that there are better wrestlers on your shows. Like, hold on. Why the hell would you have 4 indie guys have more power than your big name signings from the WWE? That doesn't make no sense. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's just plain dumb. But the reason I said that Tony Khan is becoming very similar to Vince now is because he's becoming his ego is getting bigger and bigger. For example, where is Brian Cage now? See what I'm saying? Where's Brian Cage? Brian Cage spoke up. Guess what? His ass is off TV now. That's something that Vince McMahon would have done. You see what I'm saying? You fucking speak out, your ass getting off TV. That's something that Vince McMahon would do. Oh, but Khan, he's for the people. Right? He's for his fans. Nigga, he ain't no different than fucking Vince McMahon. This is validation. Okay? Nobody on that roster has creative control. Okay? Look at the damn article. Nobody has it. Everything goes through Tony Khan. Just like Vince McMahon. Everything goes through him. See what I'm saying? Like, that's why... Look, let's get back to Cuddy Rose. Look, man, Cuddy Rose knows he's a shit face. Come on, man. Cody knows he's getting booed. He knows the crowd doesn't turn on him, right? See, people are not paying attention. He has no more control over his character. That's why he's not a heel right now. If Rose had control over his character, he would be a heel right now. Just like when he was in Ring of Honor. 1 minute he was a face, the next minute he was a heel. Those were his ideas. Because he had control. But in AEW, everything goes through Tony Khan. That's why Cody Rose is not a heel right now, even though he should be. Come on, man. Cody, he's not an idiot. He knows he should be a fucking heel. But for some reason, Tony don't want to turn him. That sounds like Vince McMahon and John Cena. Don't it? Vince McMahon never wanted to turn John Cena heel. Because everything goes through Vince. Look, Cody Rhodes knows he's being booed and hated. If it was up to him, he would be a heel right now. But Tony Khan don't want to turn him because Tony Khan has all the power. Cody Rhodes is just a talent on a roster. And the fact of the matter is, if he has so much control, right? How come this guy has been in the goddamn mid-card for 2 years now? It's like, damn, shit. I mean, when was the last time he was in a main event on any show? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like he's rarely ever in the main events. If he was Jeff Jarrett or Triple H, like y'all claim, he would be in multiple main events. But he's not. He's in a low mid-card. See what I'm saying? When he was in Ring of Honor, he was always in the main events. He was always in the biggest storylines, but not anymore. So what kind of control do y'all think he actually has? So no, he's not Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett always had control over his character in TNA. That ain't Cody. It's done. It's over. He has no more control over his character. And that's why Black is making Cody look like a goddamn simp in this feud. See what I'm saying? So, every match, every storyline, every character change is a Tony Khan initiative, not the talent. See what I'm saying? If niggas had creative control in that company, Brian Cage would be on TV. Now, would he? But he is not. Hobbs would have beat CM Punk if he had control over his character. But he don't. If Hobbs had control over his character, he wouldn't be a flunky for fucking Starks. Okay? That's the point I'm trying to make. Exactly what I mean. AEW ain't no different than the WWE right now. Both companies are run the same. It's just, the difference is AEW has a cult version following fan base that believes everything that they're told because they're a cult. They are a version cult that don't know how to talk to women, that don't get no pussy, and once again, they touch themselves as they are watching Dynamite. They touch themselves as they are screaming, Adam Cole, baby. I saw a couple of guys in that audience touch themselves as they were saying, Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, I saw that shit. Yeah, I'm done.